we are going to, I'm going to move this out of the way, so that way. So now when I load my computer or my web page, you'll notice it does my first JavaScript. Next, what I'd like it to do is I would like it to do something, or at least have my picture inside. So I have my picture right here. But now what I want it to do is I want it to do something with what is your name, or talk. So that way it talks back to me. So there are several things we need to do. First thing we need to do is create a script. So we actually have to go in our HTML, and we're going to go way up top here between the two head tags, but after the link, and so you're going to leave yourself a big space, and we are going to code in script. So we have a element called script, and our type, and it's going to equal text / JavaScript. And it's really important you spell everything correct. So you should have script, type, text, JavaScript. And what we're going to be doing is doing some JavaScript. We're going to create a function called touchRock, or for your case it might be touchPet, or whatever you would like your function to be called. That is up to you. But for this case, when I touch my rock, it's going to say something. So I have a function, touchRock, and you want to make sure there's no spaces. That's the most important thing as well. So touchRock, parentheses, and a curly bracket. So here is my function. I'm going to have a variable called username, no spaces yet again, equals prompt. So when it's prompt, make sure I'm spelling everything right, which I'm not. Prompt, and it's going to say, what is your name? Comma. Enter your name here, and that's what it's going to prompt the user. And it's going to be in a quotation mark. So I'm just going to move this over so you can see it's all one line. There you go. Next, I'm going to say if it in fact does username, I'm going to do an alert or a pop-up. It is good to meet you, comma, equal sign, plus, and then my username of what the person's going to type in, plus, sign, and then the things in quotation are things that are the text, and then the username is what actually is going to be typed in by the user. Semicolon. And then it's going to have a document, get element, and this is a JavaScript code. So get element by ID, oops, capital ID, and I'm going to say rock image. And I'm going to show you where you can put that, so make sure we have quotation marks here and here. .src. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be calling upon a new image once that alert comes up. src equals, and it's going to be rock happy. That's the name of my new image that's going to pop up, png, once I click or touch my rock. Alright, so that's my closing of my if statement. That's the closing of my function right here, and my closing of my script. So I need a backslash script. And that concludes what my script needs to look like. So next, what we need to do then is go back down to our picture. So right now I have a pretty sad looking rock. And what I want it to do is I want it to change once I touch it. So I'm going to go into my side area, because that's where my rock is, and I need to change that. So what I need to do is I need to get rid of img src, and I need to put it inside my side area because that's where my picture is going to be, and I'm going to create a new div. So div And instead of ID, we're going to do style. And I'm going to do style equals margin top. And I might change it later. I might change the margin top to be more than 100 pixels, but let's see if that works. And then text align center. And we're going to see if how this works later. Oops, I need it to be a colon. And what I'm going to do is, oops, it should be a semicolon. And then what I need to do is close that out. And then I'm going to do an IMG, ID this time. And I'm going to call it rock image. You can call it whatever you want as long as you reference the same name as you do up here. So rock IMG, capital. No spaces, please, and names. SRC equals, and I have a rock PNG. That's my format. Alternate, it's if you have an alternate name, equals iRock. Oops. And what's going to happen is I'm also going to say style, and I want it cursor pointer. So when I put my cursor over the rock, it's going to create a pointer, and an on click equals, and when I click on my image, it's going to reference touch. It's going to reference my function touch rock. Semicolon equals backslash there. And then I need another closing div for that. And let's see if it works. Save. Hopefully I typed everything in right. Hello, I am your pet rock. Okay. Click on it. Oh, darn it. I must have spelled something wrong. So let's go back. Let's double check. So I have script type, text JavaScript. I should have function, touch rock, variable username equals prompt, what is your name, comma, enter. Make that uppercase here. Oops. It's nice and pretty. Enter your name here, period, equal marks, quotation mark. If username, curly bracket, alert, it is good to meet you, equal sign, plus username, plus dot, excellent, document, dot get element by ID, rock image, dot src, equals rock happy PNG. Semicolon, quotation mark, or sorry, curly bracket, script head. All right, so we're good for that. And I know my body onload works, so we're good for that. What I want to do is I want to double check probably my div side here. So I have my div style, margin top is 100 pixels, text align center, quotation mark, image IMD, maybe let's make this a colon, image ID, rock image, IMG, SRC, rock, PNG, alt iRock, style, we have cursor pointer, on click, touch rock, quotation mark. All right, so let's see. All right, I'm going to close this out and let's see if we can get it to run again. Enter your name, Bob. Hit OK. It's good to meet you, Bob. Thank you. And there is my happy picture. So it did work. And that concludes how to do a Java script.